My next guest is a talented actor who was just nominated for a Tony Award for his performance in Hamilton.
France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration. Then I said I gotta go. Gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. Come on.
Please welcome Daveed Diggs. Nice to see you again.
Great to see you.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you, man.
How does it feel to be part of something that has become a cultural milestone? No pressure.
I know.
No
I can't
pressure.
think about that part of it. I just go to work every day.
Well, you play both Jefferson and Lafayette.
Yes.
In Hamilton, the musical. And that was Jefferson just then.
Yeah.
What I love about that song is that everybody in the moment, that moment when you turn around and say, what did I miss, is a huge laugh in the musical, because you've been away while Hamilton and others are back here fighting the revolution.
Right. Thomas Jefferson missed everything just being a rock star in France because he was this symbol of American democracy. So he was literally just like rock star lifestyle. And then shows back up in the U.S. and is given the job of Secretary of State just sight unseen. He just shows up. Here, you're Secretary of State. Cool. And that's pretty much Thomas Jefferson's whole life.
And the first Secretary of State.
Yeah.
He worked a little bit. He did a little bit of work.
Yeah. And had a lot of leisure time. Like,
exactly.
Invented things and like cool, you know.
Exactly. I don't know how he planted all those crops by himself.
I'm saying, I know.
How did he have all that leisure time?
He was so busy.
Amazing.
The man just,
so you play
pushing
Lafayette,
a plow.
And both Jefferson and Lafayette, is there one? Lafayette, of course, people don't know, was a Frenchman who fought with the United States against England. Is there one you like doing more? Because they're both fantastic parts.
I really love that I get to do them both because they function really differently in context of the play. Lafayette's arc is actually really difficult for me to get through. He's not on stage a ton, and he has to go from somebody who, when we meet him, is barely competent in English to we'd see him become a great general and doing this really fast rap piece. And so I'm very focused and I'm very sort of in the inside of it. And then Jefferson, the first thing I do is wave at everybody and blow them kisses. You saw the thing. So that's, it's rare that you get to do both of those things in one show, have these totally different theatrical experiences.
One of the interesting things about, for people who haven't seen Hamilton, is that Jefferson is always portrayed as a sort of a genius hero in American history. He is not the hero of this play.
No. No, it's Hamilton's story.
It's Hamilton's story, but Hamilton has his own faults here. Why do you think that this play, I mean, besides there's beautiful music, tremendous performances, a really compelling story, but why do you think it is so transformative? Because it really does feel like you're watching something different happen on stage.
I think it has to do with that we, the performers, are sort of asked to eliminate all of the distance between ourselves and the audience, right? So, and that's culturally as well as everything else. So that's why there's hip hop in the play. Hip hop is a very contemporary style of music, and that makes these characters feel contemporary and feel like people you would know and meet.
It does remove the distance between not only you and the audience, but also between the audience and the founding fathers.
And I think that's the thing, is, you know, if they are, we're used to learning about them as statues or paintings. Or
very white statues.
Very white statues.
Yes. How did you get involved in the project?
I am part of this group, Freestyle Love Supreme, that is Lynn founded along with Tommy Kail, our director, and Chris Jackson's also a part of this group. And we were asked to perform, it's an improvised rap project, and we were asked to perform a bunch of years ago at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, rapping live about sports celebrities on Sports Nation as they were bringing people on. Yeah, it was a totally crazy time. And, and we're there, and Tommy Kail comes up to me sort of after all this is done and says, hey, Lynn's working on this new thing. We're going to do a reading in a few months. It's a rap musical about Alexander Hamilton. Would you come and be a part of it? And
What's your first reaction? You think a rap musical about the founder of the federal banking system?
Yeah, yeah. It immediately made perfect sense, and I knew exactly why I actually told Tommy to his face it was a terrible idea, and then told him to send me the script, because I was for sure not gonna, like, if my friend's writing a play and they want to pay me, yeah. And then as soon as they sent me the music, it was, all of a sudden it makes perfect sense. I mean, that's the funny thing about this show is the pitch is not great. You know,
my reaction, you know, when I heard about it, and everybody said you got to go see it. So I think you guys were still in previews when I came. I mean, you were on Move to Broadway, but you hadn't opened yet. And my reaction was, I think, what a lot of people's reaction is, which is the first 15 minutes you go, "Oh, this is very good. This is very good. I wonder how long they can sustain this." And then, because it is so different, you're not used to seeing certainly history or musical presented in this way on Broadway. And the next 15 minutes, they go, wow, that is really extraordinary. And then 15 minutes later, you've completely forgotten that it's a new form. And 2 hours later, you're saying, why am I crying over Alexander Hamilton?
I know.
Why am I crying over Alexander Hamilton, David Diggs?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because you haven't done it 500 times.
You're like, Alexander Hamilton, enough. Well, I would see it 500 times.
Please do.
Thank you so much for
Do it
being
anytime.
here. Good luck with the Tonys on June 12th, right here on CBS.